Hey guys, and welcome to the Crossplay Podcast. I am Evan, that guy over there.
I am Deado.
We are here today for the third ever episode, talking about random shit like we always do. So, where are we starting out, Deado?
That is an excellent question. I think the one thing that I would like to start with, the Steam Autumn Sale has started. Which means that, like, 75%, this is a number I'm pulling out of my ass, 75% of the Steam catalog is on sale right now. Whether it's 10% discounts for, like, games like Balatro or games that are, like, Noita that are down at, like, $7 right now, easy pickup. There are so many games on offer, so many games just ready to go. And so if you've been thinking about picking something up for a little while, check if it's on sale, because it's on sale until, I think it'll be until the 10th of October, somewhere around that point, is when the Steam Ultimate Sale ends. And yes, it is 6th of October.
RuneScape Dragon Wilds!
Everything's on sale until the 6th of October at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Doom Eternal is currently $4.
Doom Eternal's $4. Ready or Not is 50% off at $22.50. Forza games are on sale, GTA is on sale, Helldivers is on sale, Monster Hunter is on sale, the card games are on sale, Red Dead Redemption 2 is on sale.
Monster Hunter. What? It's on sale? Go get it.
The Cyberpunk is on sale. Literally everything.
It's so
Civ 7, Oblivion. Yeah, everything is on sale right now. God of War Ragnarok is on sale. So just go have a look. If you have a wish list of games, go have a look through it, because holy shit. The Steam sales are always fucking goated.
Peak is on sale.
Peak is on sale, yeah. Peak.
Sons of the Forest is currently not even $10. Mega Bonk is almost not even $9.
Mega Bonk.
Hades is on sale, 75% off right now.
It's insane.
High on life.
How cheap some things go, genuinely, is incredible.
DBD is 60% off. There was a category here that was titled Deep Discounts. Far Cry Primal, Monster Train, don't even know what that is. Mafia 3, Sniper Elite 5, Control, Code Vein, and The Fractured Butthole. That's back.
Hell yeah. But I mean, if I look at my games that are on my wish list, I have a wish list of like 196 games, right? And I have to scroll down to be able to see, like, I have to scroll right to the bottom, and I have 26 games out of 196 on my wish list that aren't on sale. So that gives you a good reference point of the sheer amount of stuff that's on sale in the current autumn sales.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest discounts, like best bang for your buck, if you've never played them before right now, would probably be Monster Hunter Wilds being 30% off. Red Dead 2 is 75% off. That is a masterpiece of a video game.
Doom Eternal is 90% off.
Yeah, I saw that. Ghost of Tsushima is only $40 right now. That's also another masterpiece of a video game. Assassin's Creed Shadow isn't worth buying anyways.
Real. Hotline Miami.
Oh, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is 25% off right now. That's a great game. Damn, Doom the Dark Ages just came out, and that's already 33% off with this. That's nuts.
Yeah, the thing that I'm going to 65% tell everyone to pick up if they don't have it already. Cyberpunk Titanfall 2 is $374 right now in Great British pounds. Hotline Miami 2 is down from £13 to $191. It's insane how deep these discounts really go on so many things.
You can get like the bundles for this game, like the full bundles for fucking nothing right now at the Titanfall 2.
Yes, yeah. Because Titanfall 2 has quite a few different like DLCs. But yeah, you can literally get the Ultimate Edition for £3.74. If you want every single bit of DLC, which really isn't necessary, but if you wanted every single bit of DLC, it's less than like a AAA game. So
And it's also better than most AAA games. So
It's the best shooter I've ever played. We've talked about this enough.
we talked about this in the first episode.
And the second episode.
Oh yeah, we did.
But yeah, would you like to take one of your talking points?
Let me quickly take a look. Yes, ma'am. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. The Legendary Edition, which I believe is all of the DLC, is only $40 right now. That's including that's including all of the. Hold on, let me look, because I just so happen to be on Dragon Ball on this screen over here. So there are 24 base characters in this game, and then there are an extra 20 DLC characters.
Yeah.
And each of those DLC characters usually cost $5, so it racks up quick.
Yeah.
And you can get the whole thing, the Legendary Edition, which I'm assuming.
I'm pretty certain it has everyone and everything pretty much in it.
Yeah, it's everything. The Legendary Edition is everything, and it is $40 right now, which is a markdown from $110.
Yeah. In Great British pounds, it's down from 90 to 32.39. An insane discount, genuinely.
You getting it, Deado? You getting it, Deado? Deado, you getting it?
No, I'm not guessing fighters. I'm not a fighting Game Boy. You know this.
I know.
I play
Soul
Calibur.
Are you going to get Wilds, though?
Wilds? Oh, yeah, maybe.
Monster
maybe. I did just spend like £80 on Sonic Crossworlds.
I did just spend like $25,000 on a house.
Skill issue. Kind of house that only costs 25 grand.
That's just what I spent. I still owe more on it, dickhead. All right, I'm back to being right again.
Right. You bought
happy?
debt. You bought a debt. I forgot about that part.
Yep.
Why is it still £40?
What?
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Because it came out this year, and
Oh,
it's not
God.
like it's not popular.
The reviews for it right now are mostly negative because of the situation that Capcom have put themselves in.
What situation have Capcom put themselves in all of a sudden?
You talked about how there was like you're gonna have to take like a year break from Monster Hunter Wilds for a bit.
Well, yeah, but it's still a good game.
On top of that as well, the main issue is the performance because they just decided they wanted to fucking shove Denuvo in there. It ruined the performance, and that's the majority of negative reviews are going to be about that anyway. But yeah, a lot of people also have their own qualms with it, but yeah, it's mostly that. But yeah, I know outside of the autumn sales, you had a couple of things you wanted to mention. Also, why are you mad at me? You told me before we started you were mad at me. Why are you mad at me?
Oh, yeah, the entire first episode, I had a little bit of hair that was coming up right over here, and you never fucking told me.
I didn't even notice.
I noticed it when I was rewatching it. I don't have any hair going on right now, I don't think. You know, my hair's okay right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm angry at you for that because you are a dickhead.
Fair enough. I respect it.
All right. So I did want to make a quick stop here. I don't have too much on this topic, but it's something I've recently kind of gotten into more, which is analog horror stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you do it right, analog horror is absolutely amazing.
I agree.
There's one in particular that the guy discontinued it, which is unfortunate, but it was a Batman-based analog horror story.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of blew up all over the internet after I had seen it originally, and I really like it. You can only find it like archived now because the original channel's deleted and all of his original videos are deleted. So some of it is missing, unfortunately. But it's essentially the story is like Batman becomes Batman without Alfred to guide him and give him a moral compass. So he becomes this crazed murderer who
sick.
like he's just fucking nuts. The Robins and the Bat family are like zombified, like mind brainwashed freaks, which is really fun.
I love that.
And yeah, it's definitely, I think it's a story that would honestly be worth telling just outside of analog horror and fan stuff. I think it's just a very interesting idea.
That's sick.
Like this is another tangent. I'm not too well versed in this, but have you seen the Absolute Batman stuff?
I have not, no.
So yeah, okay, so essentially in this it's a new comic run of Batman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In this universe, the Absolute Batman is 6'9" at 420 pounds approximately.
The absolute unit Batman. I think that they missed a word.
And I'm just going to have to share some pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send these to you because I just want you to keep in mind the height that I just told you for fucking Absolute Batman in this. This might be before his, like, I don't know if he got like a power buff or what happened that made him that tall, but it's just basically like a really fucked up version of Batman.
That's sick, that is though.
Here we go. There is Bane.
Holy shit. That is a huge difference.
Yes.
That is mental.
And then in this series, I think Batman and Killer Croc are like buds.
That's awesome. For reference, by the way, to those only listening, Bane is like 3 times the height of Batman in this picture. You know, and is just like built out of muscle. Bro has no room for anything else. He is only muscle.
There's Killer Croc.
I do love Killer Croc. That's sick.
This is the one that I first saw that was like, okay, what the fuck is Absolute Batman? Because this is the Absolute Batman Universe Joker.
Holy shit, that's so cool. I love that.
He looks like a fucking like a Wendigo or some crazy shit.
Yeah,
like,
for real. That's
he's got a fucking tail, bro.
Or has a tail. I love it.
Why does he have a tail?
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, and then you've got their version of Mr. Freeze as well,
Mr.
who
Freeze.
is the best way to describe this version of Mr. Freeze is, you remember the old creepypasta The Rake?
Oh my god, yeah. Holy shit.
It's The Rake but blue.
It's The Rake but blue.
It's like, this is just a crazy, I want to actually go and read it just because of how nuts this all looks.
It looks incredible, yeah. I totally would have thought. That's so awesome.
But yeah, I'm very excited to see where that run goes, and I will probably be purchasing the comics just to read it because I'm very, very interested.
They are brilliant, those are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thinking about like analog horror stuff, I know I got quite interested in it quite a few years back. I know Nexpo has a couple of videos on different analog horror things, but he also has videos on actual things that have happened as well. All that content's amazing. But yeah, I remember like Why Is the Sun Gone happened when I was in school. I remember us keeping up with that like in computer class because there were tweets that were coming out while we were in class. There was Local 58. There have been a few interesting ones over the years. But the problem is that most people who make analog horror don't know how to do it right. And so it ends up just falling flat on its fucking face. But yeah, there are some really fucking good ones out there.
Yeah, there's God, what's the one? There's the one, it was It was an analog horror that was made as like a guy recording a video game. Petscop. Petscop is really cool.
Yeah. Remember that one.
And I know recently the Walton Files is like a FNAF based one, has gotten very popular. I've not watched any of that.
Yeah.
The absolute classic Marble Hornets. I'm not even going to get into it. You just got to go watch that one. Have you watched Marble Hornets?
I have. Honestly, like, there are some brilliant ones out there, and genuine, like, it makes me so happy that there are really fucking good analog horror things. Like Gemini Entertainment System was really good as well.
Yeah. What was that one about? I'm trying to fucking remember it.
It's when they had, like,
because I've heard of it before.
It was the, like, home video collection where there were, like, guides on how to survive, or just, like, the camp out,
like
it was like the camp out in, like, wherever, and it's like how to make sure you're staying safe from the creatures out there, and those kinds of things. And yeah, there have been some awesome ones. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I haven't kept up with it, but I know the first few parts of the Mandala catalog. I loved the first one of that, where it's they actually do like video and audio clips of like in-world recordings of like the alternates, I think is what they call them in there.
Yeah.
It's just so good. I'm trying to think of the there's a scene, I think it might be in the third episode, like the third part, where the camera is just focused in on a doorway and you can't see anything other than the doorway.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you start getting knocks, just like normal speed, and then it's a long pause, and it's just like super. It's stupidly creepy. I don't know how well that came across on this because I was knocking the desk with my mic is on.
It came across pretty well through my ears. It
did.
You know what else came across pretty well? My knocking sound effect in last night's stream. That was comedy.
Oh,
that was pure gold.
My God,
I don't think I've so fucking hard with that knocking soundboard effect. It was hilarious.
That was so fucking funny, dude.
I've never had one work that well before. I've had a couple
He got up and left the room to go check his front door.
He was gone for like a solid minute. I've had people like raise the one their headphones and be like, hello, and then to call me a cunt or whatever.
Oh.
But that's it. But holy shit, it was so good.
We forgot the most basic analog horror thing ever that blew up.
Which one?
The Backrooms.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think they analog horror got really popular, especially during 2020 and stuff. And it kind of like slowed. It didn't really slow down, but like it came less out of the. It was more out of the public eye then. Like it kind of faded away again, and then Backrooms happened and propelled it again. But it got memed so hard that I honestly completely fucking forget every time.
Okay, are they still working on the Backrooms movie?
I have no idea. I don't actually keep up with that stuff.
Backrooms 2026. Okay, it looks like it's scheduled for next year.
Nice. So cool. On topic of movies.
Oh, and it's popped up Paprika from when we talked about it. But what movie are we talking about? Oh, yeah. The other one, the FNAF movie 2 got announced a while back now. Did you watch the trailer?
I did watch the trailer. I haven't watched the first movie yet still. I desperately need to. I'll find it on some website or something.
Do you know the lore?
I've watched a MatPat video or two.
Okay. And by a MatPat video or two, do you mean you have watched the entire catalog?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I figured.
Entire catalog.
He's wrong about a lot of things in his like definitive thing post like 2D games. 2D. Once you get into like the 3D realm, the lore gets so fucking convoluted. But everything up until Pizzeria Simulator genuinely a really cool story. And I kind of wish they just kind of ended it there and like spun it off for the new ones.
It's like I saw a post the other day, and it was like carefully constructing a Jenga tower or whatever the fuck it was, and it was like trying to all of the FNAF fans trying to piece together all of the pieces of evidence they have, trying to connect a sensible storyline, and then the fucking just an explosion goes off. One man fucking rams into the Jenga tower, and it's just a new lore drop from FNAF that just ruins everything because none of it makes any fucking sense anymore when you try and connect it together.
No,
it's
like the story. I didn't want this to turn into the obligatory FNAF episode. This is something for later, right? Yeah. But legitimately, the story up to that is very good. And the movie, the first movie was genuinely really good. It was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that.
I went in with hopes that it would at least be enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Even if in a bad way, it would be fun to watch. Because, I mean, it's giant robots killing people. I mean, it's going to be a little fun. But, it turned out really good. Scott poked a bunch of jokes in the writing at like actual FNAF theory making and stuff.
That's brilliant.
Like I'm sure you remember this since you watched the MatPat videos. You remember dream theory, right?
Yes.
Actual real world dream theory, like the theory that your dreams are like your brain trying to make sense of old memories and stuff like that, or whatever the hell that is the main focus of the movie.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Like it's really funny. It's very well put together, and the main character is absolutely unhinged, and I love him.
The best way.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the second FNAF movie.
Yes.
Also, very, very excited for Ghost of Tsushima 2, Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
Coming out tomorrow, I believe, right?
Yeah, that'll be...
It was October 2nd?
October 2nd, yeah. So that'll be yesterday when this video / Spotify goes live.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday. As of you guys watching this, I've probably already... I've probably not bought it yet. Honestly, I'm probably watching like Jacksepticeye play it because I'm sure he'll play it.
That's fair. Mr. Spadici.
But I am very, very excited for that game because
Absolutely.
The Ghost of Tsushima is one of those games that seriously surprised me. I don't know if I talked about this in a previous episode. I probably did. If you're watching these back to back to back, you're probably losing your mind with me. But Ghost of Tsushima is a game that when you open it up, it feels pretty basic. It's nothing crazy. But then it just keeps expanding and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the end of it, and I would recommend as well, just for the sake of making your game a lot, not easier, but like more cool, you make yourself feel cooler, is to do the DLC on Iki Island as soon as you possibly can. You get the coolest hat in the game from one of the side missions in the DLC.
I respect that.
I could probably pull it up, but I'm not going to fuck with it right now.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's very, very good game. I very much enjoy it. We've not really talked about it yet, and I've not watched any videos on it. I don't know if you have. Do you have anything on BO7?
No, not really. I've seen a couple of things here and there. I know that there's a bit of controversy regarding the score streaks and the kinds of ones that they're using, but I don't really care about it, quite frankly. If I'm going to play BO7, I'm not playing the multiplayer. I'm only going to be playing zombies. And even then, like, it's only because it's on Xbox Game Pass. I'm not going to really buy the game. I'm just going to be, again, using Game Pass to play it.
Whoa. Hold on. I just read, this is, again, take this with a grain of salt because it's the AI overview, right? But it says the Black Ops 7 Zombies, like, I'm guessing this is the starting map on release.
Yes.
Takes place on the Ashes of the Damned map, a nightmarish purgatory where the Black Ops 6 crew and the original Zombies crew collide with a new threat.
You have Richtofen, you have Takio, you have Dempsey, you have the old guys. It's brilliant. Nikolai.
How dare you forget Nikolai?
You have like the old guys. It's brilliant. And yes. Apparently the map is going to be the largest one, like in Zombies history, for round-based survival. According to leaks that I saw here and there. So yeah, that is pretty interesting to see. Though, actually, on the topic, because you were talking.
Wait, hold on, because okay, now I have there's 8 people. Is it going to be 8-person zombies?
I don't know. I'd assume that it's still going to be 4.
Wonder vehicle?
What? I haven't looked into any of this.
So I'm on CallOfDuty.com right now. Yeah. Summary: Ashes of the Dam. Prelude: 8 dedicated crew members collide across timelines, confronting a soul-harvesting entity and awakening in the dark ether. Ashes of the Dam launches November 14th with Black Ops 7 zombies. The environment: a dark aether hellscape where warped locations collide. So I'm wondering if it'll be like what Rev should have been, where it's like a bunch of maps clashing together.
Actually, properly.
Wonder vehicle. Old Tessie is your wonder vehicle. Upgradable, repairable, and driven with Ted's volatile guidance. Oh, wait, is Ted?
Yeah, Yo! We love Ted. The best part of Zombies was Ted.
Ashes of the Dam teams with horrors, swarming zombies, scavenging ravagers, the hulking Zursa, the volatile Wraith Seeds, each twisting survival into brutal contest of endurance, precision, and squad comms. The wonder weapon is the Necrofluid Gauntlet, which manipulates mysterious fluid by hardening into deadly spikes, impaling foes, and feeding on their life force with a vampiric hunger. So is it lifesteal? That's cool. And there's jump pads and traps.
Oh yeah, that is insane. I knew none of that.
It is. It totally is. Just looking at this looks like you've got some of Buried. You've got the diner from Transit.
Oh my god, that's sick.
I can't tell what those ones are. Oh, that's Ascension. Yeah, I'm gonna link. I'll link this page.
Yeah,
Discord.
Sounds good.
Hold on.
Sounds good. Cheers. All right. Well, you've been talking about stuff that I don't know anything about, right?
Yep.
But there is something that I don't know if you know about that you may be very interested in. There's a game I know you like a lot, called Wizard 101, which has been officially confirmed to be coming to PS5.
I am very excited for it. I've known about it for months. Me and Nevin figured out about it back then. We were like, let's fucking go, because we both play the shit out of that game still.
Hell yeah. That's sick. That's sick. But yeah, I was looking through recent articles actually about news stuff to try and pull up some topics for today. That's why I saw it. Let me quickly try and find it. Also, the Simpsons movie is getting a sequel. Finally, after all these years.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, Wizard 101 is coming to consoles October 9th. That is the release date. It's coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and Xbox One and Series X/S on October 9th. And it will be on the Switch, but then they have confirmed it will be on Switch, but they don't have a release date in store for it.
So yeah, it seems to be very much inspired by Transit.
That's brilliant. I'm very happy to hear that.
There's a fog that connects everything. Ted is driving you from spot to spot, but this actually has the opportunity to be really good, because I've talked about this with you in the past before.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with Transit and the reason that it wasn't the best map of all time is the hardware and the wonder weapon. The wonder weapon was shit and the power system was shit. But
that room, every time you go into it, fucking blinds you. But yeah,
that, and like there were the two main things on that map that really sucked. The three really were the fog with the denizens in it.
Mm-hmm.
It just made it hard to get around if you didn't happen to catch the bus. The power system with how you had to get Pack-a-Punch, where you had to just hope and pray to God that your thing at the other side of the map didn't get destroyed if you were playing solo.
Literally.
And the wonder weapon, the jet gun, broke after 4 seconds. It was useless.
It was so fast. To be fair, I think that a lot of weaponry around that kind of era, they broke very quickly. And it was kind of annoying. Because before that and after that, your weapons would just be around. Once you had the weapon, you had the weapon. But that era, they enjoyed doing that whole thing of, something would break and you'd have to replace part on it or repair it, or it would just break and you'd have to do the whole thing again. It was a pain in the ass. So it's nice to at least see that we're getting an opportunity for a second life at Transit. The only problem is that it's going to be during Black Ops 7, which I do not have high hopes for, unfortunately. I don't have high hopes for any Call of Duty game after BO3, after Infinite Warfare.
There's got to be a significant amount of the fan base that only buys the Call of Duty games for the zombies.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
And I don't know why Activision and Treyarch won't just make a fucking zombies video.
Literally. We talked about this before. It's absolutely absurd because they could make so much money off of it. They could make so much money. I would love it if they did. I would absolutely adore it if they just made a dedicated zombies game that was actually made well, that actually had dedicated people working on it that would actually make it good. But unfortunately, they just produce slop after slop after slop. And it sucks. But yeah, I really hope this is going to be good. I don't expect it to be, but I hope that it is.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that it includes the Janus Towers Plaza, the area just outside of Reckoning's spawn room in the real world. I guess Reckoning. And then a remake of Farm from Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
I think Blackwater Lake. Yeah, Farm was awesome. There's also Blackwater Lake, which I think is new. Mm-hmm. The new area. Ashwood. Ashwood echoes elements of Town and Buried from Black Ops 2. So I guess it's like a mixture of both. Exit 115 is a remake and expansion of Diner from Black Ops 2.
Okay.
The Zarya Cosmodrome is Ascension. And then the Fog is just the everything between. And I'm sure there'll be some Easter eggs in the Fog, just like in Transit, where you can go into the Fog and find Noct and stuff.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff in. I am excited to see those Easter eggs as well, because if they make the Easter eggs good, then that's brilliant. The problem is that like there have been so many maps where the map has been good, but the Easter eggs have just fallen so flat. I'm using that term again.
Yeah,
but it's nice when they're difficult but not impossible. Like I want it so that pretty much everybody would be able to complete the Easter egg, but also not like stupid easy to the point where I could sit my niece down and she'd be able to do it, like first try.
Yeah. Oh god, why is it taking me to Twitter? Get me off.
It was interesting how they did the guided mode in Black Ops 6 though, with their zombies. Once the map had been released for a little while, it gave you the option to do a guided version of the Easter egg that would cap your round count as well.
I don't like the way they do Easter eggs anymore, because there's no Easter egg hunt anymore. You just because it gives you, even when you're not playing guided, it gives you the list of what you need to do step by step by step by step.
It's like someone calls it in over the radio. Oh, we need to do this thing.
Yeah, and it's like, I get it. It's a different gaming sphere now. People aren't as into that whole thing, but the zombies community in specific, will do this.
Absolutely. And
you don't have to hold our hands.
Guides have always existed. If someone wanted a guide, they can just look one up. End of the day.
Mr. Raffle Waffles, that's where he's at.
Hey guys,
you're taking away Mr. Raffle Waffles' life.
Literally. It's such a pain in the ass. But like they're just too easy to figure out. Like I said, they basically give you the answers.
Basically,
like, there is still puzzles that haven't been solved in Black Ops 3 Zombies after like 10 years. And there have been so many interesting puzzles that weren't even essential to the actual Easter egg either. They were just in the game. We researched them and figured them out, like, as a community. Obviously, I was less involved with that side of things back then. I was much younger, but still.
Yeah, like there's a free ray gun Easter egg on Deado and Evan.
Yeah.
That I think you have to like throw grenades into the trams as they're going down, and eventually when you call the tram up, it'll be
that sounds
a
right
ray gun or something like that.
That sounds absolutely
and it's
right to me.
like, I don't know how anyone ever figured that out, but they did.
Well, that's the point of Easter eggs. They're supposed to be in that vein of, I don't know how someone figured this out because this is fucking wild. That's what Easter eggs are supposed to be. I think that Infinite Warfare's ones were really good as well because they made a lot of sense. They were really interesting as well. The kinds of
IW
Easter eggs
zombies?
they had. Yeah.
was that exosuit zombies? Was that exo zombies or was that Advanced Warfare?
That was Advanced. Infinite Warfare was Spaceland, Raven the Wedwoods.
IW zombies, yeah.
Attack of the Radioactive Thing. Beast from Beyond.
Yeah, Sheldon, Shuffle, and Zombies in Spaceland were both very good.
I think
I didn't play too much of the other ones. But
I think that like the gold standard for like how to do zombies well outside of 1.15 is Infinite Warfare zombies.
Yeah.
It was so incredibly well done. It was really, really fucking fun. And again, the Easter eggs were brilliant. They were like hidden enough, but you could still figure them out. You could still find the parts, build the Steadicam, you know. You could still get all of the, like, chi stuff in Shaolin. You could still build the wonder weapons that were required for multiple of the Easter eggs, you know. It was brilliant. And I loved the way that the wonder weapons worked in Spaceland.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've done it. I don't even remember. But
on the topic of Spaceland, actually, Infinite Warfare, the entire bundle should be on sale for stupid cheap right now. I'm going to keep bringing this up. Infinite Warfare, right now, if you want the game, it is either $15 down from like $50, or if you want the full bundle that has literally everything in it, it is like $35 down from like 85, 90, something like that. That includes all of DLC, includes the base game, includes the season pass, and the digital looks and everything. You know, it has everything in it. But yeah, genuinely, incredible fucking game.
It makes there's something that recently I had a conversation with somebody at work who plays video games here and there, about Black Ops Zombies. It was like, well, what's your favorite game of all time? And I was like, there's a bunch of them up there. Usually I'll say this, Black Ops Zombies. And he's like, Black Ops Zombies? Really? Isn't it just the game mode where you get in and you just kind of run around till you die? I was like, man, is that like the public view of zombies?
Literally.
Like, that
Do you not know how to use the gun that you have?
Well, no, but he thought that all that there was to zombies was just like getting in and trying to get high rounds. And I do love high rounding, don't get me wrong.
Even so,
but, yeah,
Nazi zombies took the world by storm for a reason.
Yeah, and there's wonder weapons, and there's Easter eggs, and there's so much more depth to the game than that. And that's one thing that I really wish that they would bring back and do well again is the elemental wonder weapons.
Yeah.
Because with the stabs in Origin, I think so I'm gonna talk about 3 maps right now. I'm gonna talk about Origins, Der Eisendrache, and Citadel des Morts.
I knew it.
So Der Eisendrache is the perfect zombies map. Best zombies map period of all time. I don't care what anyone says. The bows are difficult to get, but not so difficult that you never learn how to do it. Like, everybody who plays zombies in the community knows how to make at least one bow. I know how to make all 4 and solo the Easter egg as far as you can, but that's just me. Origins, I think, struck a little bit too high with the staves, and they're too complicated to make. And there's some people like myself who still can never remember how to make them without a guide. Like, I have to pull up Mr. Raffle Waffles every fucking time, and I don't enjoy Origins because of it. Because I'm just sitting, I'm always pausing, like, wait, what do I do next? What's the music notes for this? Because that's a step for some reason. It's like, it's weird, and I think they struck too high. But then on the opposite spectrum is Citadel Day More, where those swords are so boring and easy to get that it takes all the fun out of getting them.
Gives you the fucking, like, you get the swords literally by like round 3, basically. You might as well do.
Well, you get this. You can unlock the swords at round 10. It's cut to where you have to get to round 10 before you can even get the base sword, which is
that's not true. That is not true.
It is.
I can guarantee you that's not true, because the amount of times that I farmed with the swords, I'm telling you, no, because the stamps that you need to get, it might be round 5 or something, but I thought it was round 10. I think it's round 5, because you can get through them by like round 3. The bucket zombies come on like round 5. And then
because you need the bucket zombies to unlock the swords,
and then you have to finish the round to get the. You basically have to finish the round to kill the yellow blowy fuckers, to unlock the lion sword room. And then you go in, do all the things, or just farm XP, and continue on. But yeah, it's not that late. But yeah, I agree. I don't think there should be any like minimum round.
Round 10. Round 10. It's round 10.
That's bullshit. I refuse to believe it, because I have done that fucking thing over and over and over again, farming XP.
Yeah, they don't start spawning the stamps until round 10. So when you're going to round 10, you just get the rest of the map unlocked, and the first 10 rounds go by like that, and then you get the swords by round 11, and then you're done. That's what it is. I don't care what you think. That's the fucking truth.
I'm gonna get Game Pass back just so I can get Black Ops 6 back, just so I can test this, because I know for a fact
I will open it right fucking now. Black Ops 6 is the game in my PlayStation.
I have had the swords by round 8. I know that.
Wrong.
No, you. Anyway, off of Call of Duty, because 10. Jesus Christ, we can't. Okay,
well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I know. I'm going to finish my statement really quick, though, just about that.
Yes.
I said a little day more. You get the buckethead zombies that spawn in at round 10. You use the stamp that they drop to unlock the swords. And then it's like 3 steps.
Literally
3 steps. For, let's say, the lightning sword. I'll compare the lightning sword to the lightning bow, right? Mm-hmm. The lightning sword, you pick up a lightning rod off the ground near spawn.
Mm-hmm.
You kill a certain zombie that has one sticking out of it down in the basement. You pick it up, and then you go shoot a function box. It pops out the top, and you grab it, and then you put it inside of a little thing, and you have to survive in a circle and like hit the bucket at the right time for like a minute or 2. And it's over. It's easy. It's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
And like it's just
pretty much.
But then on the other hand, with the Reisendrach, with the lightning bow alone, let me pull this up because I have it written down.
All right. Yeah. What you do for reference, the lion sword, you get the sword out, you kill like 4 of the glowing bugs, you hit the door after each bug, and then go in and shoot the right symbols. And then you get the lion sword fully upgraded. You have the Solaris sword ready to go.
Yep.
Solaris. I don't fucking know how to say it.
Yeah. So, yeah, to start the lightning bow, after you unlock the bow in Reisendrach, which doesn't have a minimum round, but I think the earliest you could theoretically get it is like maybe round 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe around 5, because you have to feed the 3 heads around the map to unlock the bow, which is so much cooler than killing a buckethead zombie. and then you shoot a weather vane to start it, and the arrow pops out, and the whole thing is you're upgrading the arrow for the bow. And then you you shoot you get the arrow, then you shoot 3 bonfires that are around the map, which is like a skill shot. You have to know actually how to hit them. And then so after you shoot all 3 of those bonfires, you can go and you wall ride, because there's a fucking advanced movement section in the basement of that map. You wall run across a bunch of things on the map, and then you have to do soul wells, and then you go back around and you shoot all the bonfires again, and then you can finally get the arrow. Like, it's not super hard, and it doesn't take super long. You can get this bow probably by round 10, easy. But like, it lost its swag.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's in Black Ops 6. You're gonna have to edit the shit out of that section because I started my way through it. But I'm
That's
sure
fine. I always do.
Yep. But with Black Ops 6 zombies, you literally get to round 10, shoot 1 zombie, pick it up, grab the sword, go upgrade it, and you're done in like a round and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting the bows in Der Eisendrache is like a 20-minute endeavor.
Yeah, and
it takes some fucking time.
It's a fucking wonder weapon, and the problem is that they lost the feeling of being a wonder weapon as well. Like the way that the swords feel in
they feel awful.
Zombies. And the fact that like by like round 25, round 30, you're not even one-shotting anymore, and you're having to in melee range hit multiple times, and you have to charge up your ultimate, like your alternative attack that takes fucking forever to charge.
And there's no good indicator for it either.
No.
Like, the sword has like a different animation to it somewhat when it's fully charged.
It just glows.
But outside of that, it's just kind of like, is it ready? I don't even fucking know.
Half the time you're pressing the alternative fire to check.
Yeah, and then you end up wasting it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yes, let's stop with the Call of Duty talk, because this happens every single time at this point.
Why?
Because we have other topics to discuss.
Very true. What are we jumping into now?
I mean, I can start with the EA one, since it's nice and simple and easy and fucking stupid.
I don't know what this one is about. This is something that you brought in. No fucking clue what this is about. So let's jump into it.
Electronic Arts and EA Sports and everything they own has been sold for $55 billion to private investors from Saudi Arabia.
What?
$55 billion to Silver Lake, literally, and them lot, and Saudi Arabia's PIF. It's so much money. It's so much money, and like EA was already bad enough, but selling it to fucking Saudi Arabia? Why would you do that? Literally everybody has been against this. Literally every single person on planet Earth who has heard of this news have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Why?
This better not hurt Skate. I will be so pissed off if this damages the production of Skate 4 in any way.
In all fairness, this is supposed to happen in Q1, I think, of fiscal year 2027. So, like, to close. Okay. But it's been, like, officially confirmed that this is going to go through unless some kind of legal action stops it from happening, or something of the sort. But yes.
I just don't understand the point. They're already making so much fucking money. What do you need $55 billion for?
I have no idea. Yeah,
55 billion?
Billion, yes.
Give me one of those.
Give me a single one, literally.
Keep 54. Give me $1 billion, and I will make that last for the rest of my goddamn life.
Bro, give me $1 million.
What are we doing
for the rest of my life?
Give me $1 billion, it'll last until my fucking grandchildren are dead. What are we doing with our lives, bro?
You could share it with like 500 people and still manage to make it last for years and years and years to come. Have your children set up, have their children set up. Wait, that's fucking wild. I just
drip feed it though, so I don't get put in a tax bracket.
literally. Honestly, you just take it all and then put it back into investments, and you're good. You're happy.
I open up a charity for myself.
Yes, and then donate artwork.
Then go to federal prison for life
for tax evasion. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
This is not something you should do. This is like a few years ago on TikTok when people were like, yo, free money glitch IRL, just write a check.
Bank,
and then,
yeah,
just write a check and give it to them. You don't have to pay it.
Check fraud.
Oh my
just
God.
Commit check fraud and you will have infinite money.
That's
no
like
way.
Fraud 101. 101. All right, yes. That is fraud numero uno.
Not Wizard 101. Fraud 101.
Great game, by the way. Let's delve into that because fuck you. I want to talk for a second. Wizard 101 genuinely is going to sound stupid. It's one of my favorite MMORPGs. I think that's how you would categorize it of all time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It still gets updates.
It does. Like considering the fact it's coming to consoles this year.
It's coming to consoles. The only thing that I'm worried about with it coming to consoles, I don't know at that point if it's still going to be a subscription-based thing or if they're going to sell it for money and then you get the game.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point, to be fair. I have no fucking idea.
And also crossplay. I have no idea if it's going to be crossplay.
I guess that's what I only wanted to find out, right? But yeah, it's coming out in literally a week.
Oh shit, really? It's that close?
It's October 9th. That it's coming to consoles. So literally a single week away.
Let's figure out if it's a crossplay podcast. Oh. There will be no crossplay. With PC.
I will be right back. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I will not be right back. But yeah, it said there's not going to be crossplay, is that?
Yeah, no crossplay between PC and console, but crossplay between consoles is going to be a thing.
Okay, that's at least something, but
it's going to have its own separate server.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is one of those games though that I don't know how they're going to transfer the controls to a controller.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to do the whole GTA thing of binding multiple actions to the same button. I am interested on the topic of GTA though and controls, how GTA 6's control scheme will pan out, because every single GTA game we get more controls. Every single Rockstar game full stop we get more controls and more times where the controller is just having to use the same fucking button for everything. And it's the same with keyboard as well. There are so many times I'm looking at my keyboard, I'm like, what button do I press here?
There's something I don't know why games don't do it, because I mean, just having a keybinds section in general is such an easy fix. Yeah. Have a default that gets all the basics you need, your quick menus and your zooming in and out and all of that stuff. And then if you add some weird, like off the cuff shit, like being able to use your blinkers or something like that, your turning signals. I mean, have that be something you can bind, but don't have it bound off the bat because that's not necessary. I mean, you know what I mean?
I think, surprisingly enough, Minecraft mods do this better than fucking anyone. Better than anyone. You have your base controls, which are completely untouched. I always rebind control and shift to each other. That's the point. But
I still do double tap to sprint in Minecraft. Fuck you.
That's suffering. But yeah, shift is sprint for me and control is scratch. But yeah, so all of those stay the same, but then there are also way more things that are bound on top of that, like middle click to sort an inventory, or which is pick block if you're outside of an inventory, you know, or those kinds of things, or use your jetpack is going to be a different button, or it's just going to be the space bar, because when you're in the air and you press space, you're obviously going to want to use the jetpack fuel. Simple things like that, like, they have been done so fucking well. That I just don't see how like full-fledged gaming companies just can't handle that. I think also that yes, every single controller these days should have extra little paddles. I think every controller should have paddles, and I personally believe they should be bound to L4 and L5 as optional buttons.
I was getting ready to say that. That's the only issue I have with this controller, is that you can't have these as their own separate buttons. You have to bind them to another button input on the controller.
It's the same on mine, yeah.
That is the one and only issue I have. They should be able to be bound as separate buttons for separate inputs.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. But it's like even keyboards have the fact that like there is an F13 through F24. Most people don't realize that F13 through F24 do exist, and I personally use them fucking anytime I edit, because F13 through F24...
F20?
Yes.
Where are they at? Hold on.
Exactly.
Is it just like Alt or Function, and then you press it again?
Some keyboards allow you to hold Alt to be able to do it, but most of them don't. They are pretty much hidden behind like macros and that kind of stuff. But on my Stream Deck, I have all of my like labels for like changing the color of different parts of my timeline on Premiere Pro bound to those buttons, because I'm not going to interfere with those or accidentally press them or whatever. They're not going to interfere with anything I have set up, so I just have them bound to that. But those buttons, there should always be functionality for that kind of additional button that basically doesn't exist on 90% of keyboards.
Yep.
I think technically past F24 exists. They're just never used or bound or anything. But yeah.
I imagine you could pretty much set up as many as you wanted to. Sorry if I'm going dark. I'm now my ADHD is kicking in. I am now playing Dragon Ball to sate my brain. So every time I respawn, I'm going to go dark for a second.
Fair enough. Well, actually, I'll move on in that case, since you're so fucking forward.
It's nothing. It's nothing what you're talking about. This is just my ADHD brain. It's something that I'm not even looking at the screen.
but yeah, so Avalanche Studios, the developers of Just Cause and the Max Payne series, I believe, have been doing some layoffs and some restructuring, because they have been developing Contraband, a game that has been indefinitely put on pause by Microsoft. So they don't have any money to pay their workforce from new game. And there's no reason I'm paying workforce to work on new game when it's been put indefinitely on hold by their parent company, Microsoft. Basically what I'm saying is Microsoft success.
I wish that companies would stay as solo companies, like High Moon. I wish High Moon Studios was still its own company. Yeah,
I wish Psyonix was still its own company.
Oh my god, tell me about it.
But yeah, so their UK studio in Liverpool has been completely shut down, or will be completely shut down only 5 years after they opened it. And yeah, they're basically only going to have the other offices, and even then it's scaled back, which sucks because, like, regardless of whether you wanted new Just Cause, new Max Payne, or the Contraband game, it shouldn't be the case that Microsoft, their publishing partner, are just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, just let them develop it. It's not that hard.
And it's like, if you're going to pause their development, at least give them something else to
literally give them other projects. You are their publishing partner. You have plenty of things ready to go that you would need more fucking hands on.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't make popular games.
Exactly.
Like you said, they did what? They did Uncharted and what?
They did Max Payne and Just Cause series. That's the studio behind these.
Oh my god!
It's the Just Cause studio.
I thought you said Uncharted. My brain wasn't working.
Nope.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, because that's Naughty Dog. What the fuck am I
Meanwhile, you have Microsoft, who own Activision Blizzard and many other studios. Basically, the entire Xbox Games Studios is theirs. So they have so many studios. They could just be like, hey, can you work on this project in the meantime? We will even give you additional funding to do so, just, so there's no, like, qualms about it.
We'll give you $250 million and then frame you and fire your lead staff. Oh, sorry, that's crafting.
That's crafting. Yeah, pretty much. Jesus Christ.
Any news on that? Let's see.
In other shit
Keep
news,
talking.
while you look into that, the Deus Ex remaster has had its official system requirements published, and while the original one could literally run on a toaster, it needed 64 megabytes of RAM and 16 megabytes of VRAM. That makes sense for an old game. This new one, the recommended specs are 20 gigabytes of available space, an Intel i7 or AMD Ryzen 7 5800, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and
is this the new chip? Sorry, I was reading up on the crafting thing. Is this the new chips?
Chips?
Because we're getting a new series of AMD chips and shit, aren't we?
Oh no, I'm talking about Deus Ex, the remaster. Everyone's mad about how it looks like shit anyway. But yeah, so the recommended system requirements are Intel i7 or Ryzen 7 5800, which is wildly high, 16 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 2080 or Radeon RX 6750. That's the recommended specs for the remaster. And again, for reference, I'm just going to say this again. The minimum spec for Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition, the original before it was remastered, was a 300 megahertz Pentium 2 or equivalent, 64 megabytes of RAM, 16 megabytes of VRAM. This isn't gigabytes, this is megabytes. That was the system the minimum requirements for Deus Ex.
Why don't we optimize games anymore?
I still I want to say
I hate to go back to it. Call of Duty's the worst fucking one with that.
It is, and even Fortnite's bad now with how bad the optimize is. I boot up. I have a 4070 Ti and a 5800X and 32 gigs of RAM, right? And it's all on an SSD. My Fortnite is on an SSD. I load up Fortnite, and my entire system, my entire PC, lags for moments. Like even my YouTube, I have YouTube on pretty much all times whenever I'm playing games. I have to pause my YouTube videos while I wait for the game to boot up, and also while I join the first game of the day on Save the World, while it processes all of its textures and stuff, because it's just so that badly optimized. I'm still happy that Sega optimized their game. They have De Novo in it, it's Unreal Engine 5, and yet Crosswords is still fucking peak.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs incredibly well.
I believe it.
But yeah, outside of that bullshit, Twitch has introduced a new rewind feature for live streams. If you are subscribed to a channel, you can now rewind the stream you are watching to compete with, I guess it's a way to compete with YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can only go back like 30 minutes while it's live or something like that, which does kind of suck. I heard about that. I don't know how accurate that is. But it is a nice feature, and it does suck that it's like locked behind either subscribing to the channel or Twitch Turbo if you pay for that, which, quite, let's be honest, no one pays for Twitch Turbo. But yeah, so that exists, I guess. Nice new feature.
Yep. It sure does definitely exist.
Sure does definitely exist, unlike your consistent lighting. Forza Horizon 6 has also been announced.
There's got to be something I can do for this.
Good luck.
Somewhere.
Yeah, Forza 6 has been announced, and it's going to be set in Japan, which is also cool, always cool, which means we're probably going to get lots of nice Japanese vehicles for Tokyo drifting and that shit. You know, we can recreate some scenes from Initial D, more than likely, which is going to be awesome. Unfortunately,
I wish you had my Initial D.
Damn. Unfortunately, for PlayStation players, Forza is a Xbox exclusive, which means you're only going to be able to play it on Xbox and PC, and it's not going to be on PlayStation. But that's just standard with exclusives these days. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about on this list, I believe, is Clover Pit has been taking the world by storm. It is a very lightly horror game. It's a roguelike where you it's literally just a slot machine as a roguelike. Kind of like Look Be a Landlord. Good job. Kind of like Look Be a Landlord, where you have to use your money to spin to reach a quota. Very similar to Lethal Company in that vein as well. You have to reach quota, and then when you complete the quota, it increases by a margin. The first quota is like 75 coins, next one's like 200, next one's like 666 or whatever, and it just exponentially increases from there. I want it, but it's only 10% off in the autumn sale right now, which sucks. But I'm probably going to grab it at some point soon because it looks very fun.
Okay, so this is relatively better lighting.
This is relatively better lighting. Good job.
I moved the lamp a little bit closer.
Lamp. Nice.
Lamp. Yes, I do want to go back to this because I touched on it a little bit here. With Skate, this game just keeps getting more and more fun.
It does. The more I play Unfortunately, I believe they hotfixed the bugs that we were doing on stream yesterday, where you'd launch yourself into space. Or it just didn't work on the server I was playing on. But when I played with Wick, literally, like not even hours later, it was after you got off, I hopped on.
It just worked. So
for some reason, it was making me just crouch down every time whenever I did an emote. No, as in not like that. It would make me like crouch down wrong. It would work. It would make me do the T-pose, and then I'd press an emote, and my character would squat and very awkwardly in a way that was not like humanly possible. It was clearly bugging out, but not correctly.
Well, you see, I'm currently in the stratosphere, so
maybe it was just the server. Maybe it was my connection. I don't fucking know. But yeah, it wasn't working on stream for me after you left, but it was working probably fine beforehand.
Did you see the stream clips that I made?
The stream
last night? Yeah, I made some clips last night. At least one.
A sick one. I need to go back and look through my clips on my channel. But yes, sounds good. I'll have a look through those tonight after this.
You know when I was trying to land from like the stratosphere down into the little tube?
Yeah.
I landed it about 10 seconds after you DC'd from the server.
That is peak comedy.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's like it was a short enough span of time I managed to get you DCing and then me going, I did it in the same clip. So
and it's like clips are like 30 seconds. You can expand them to a minute, but yeah, 30 seconds long. So that's hilarious. I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skate
if you've not played it yet,
so fun. It's so jank, but it's so good.
I don't know if I've probably talked about this already, but I don't know. If you are one of those fucking losers that keeps complaining about Skate being unrealistic, you realize that video games can be played however you want to play them. And you don't have to do the dumb shit where you gap from rooftop to rooftop to rooftop or launch yourself into space if you don't want to.
Exactly. And on top of that, there are so many settings. Like you can decrease the grind magnetism, like the assists on that.
Yeah,
you can decrease all of the settings. It's like playing a racing game and complaining it's not realistic enough when you are playing Motorstorm or Need for Speed.
It's like saying that Rocket Racing is too unrealistic for you.
Literally, exactly. It's
like it's not meant to be a racing game.
Fortnite's shooting isn't accurate enough. It's not realistic. It should be more like CS2.
Cringe. that wasn't a good analog at all.
It was
analogy.
It wasn't the slightest, but it's basically the same point. That's.
Like, if you don't, it's, the point with that is like, Rocket Racing isn't even realistic. Okay, so go play Forza or Gran Turismo or something, But then with this, it's like, Skate 4 is too unrealistic. And it's like, okay, so don't play it that way.
Yeah.
What are you complaining about? It's a sandbox open world game with just don't play it that way. You don't have to dive off of buildings. You don't. You just don't.
There's
I'm
like
sorry,
two
Johnny.
missions that require you to play the shit version of Pain. Also, Pain was fucking goated. That is one of the best games that I've ever played. Genuinely, Pain was fucking goated on the PlayStation.
Oh, Pain. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
P-A-I-N.
Dude, that game was awesome.
And it had the Hoff.
I miss Skate 3's Hall of Meat so much.
Oh my god, yeah.
If Hall of Meat was in Skate 4, it'd be a perfect game.
Also, if we had the bones breaking again.
That's what Hall of Meat was.
But actually, like, showing them, because...
Yeah, that's what Hall of Meat was. It was like the bone breaking thing, sponsored by Thrasher.
It sucks. But it's like, the amount of times this stuff as well, like, fucking, I'm still mad that with Burnout Paradise, after, like, 1.0 is the perfect version of Burnout Paradise, pretty much. You don't have big stuff, you don't have a couple of updates, yeah, sure. But then, the crash physics was so good and worked so well. But then you play, like, one of the newer updates, or the latest version of the game, or like remastered, for example, and the crash physics just aren't as good. The soft body just doesn't exist. Like, your car crumbles a bit, yeah, but nowhere near to the amount of the original version of Burnout Paradise. I'm still mad that they don't have the Paradise challenges, Burnout Paradise Remastered. Still fucking mad about it, because I loved the Paradise challenges so much.
Yeah, there's BeamNG Drive.
Yeah, we love BeamNG.
That game, I don't know, it seems like it's so much more boring than it should be now.
But again, it's very sandbox in nature though, isn't it? So
yeah, but like it seems like they tried to turn it into like a real racing game instead of like a goofy soft body physics crash your car game.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want goofy soft body physics crash your car game, go play fucking Wreckfest.
That's fair. Don't you mean next car game?
I am still mad that they didn't actually let people play Next Card Game. You had to pre-order Wreckfest to be able to get access to Next Card Game, and then if you didn't pre-order it in time, you no longer got access to Next Card Game. It is basically lost media at this point, except for the fact that people still have it. But it might as well be, because it's completely inaccessible. You can't buy it, you can't download it officially. You know, you can't get access to Next Card Game in any way that's legitimate and legal. In the slightest. Like, why not just let us buy it for £5 or $5, whatever? You know, why not just?
I mean, it's the same thing with Driver San Fran.
Oh god, that pisses me off so much, because Driver San Francisco.
We touched on that one a little bit at some point.
Driver San Fran is one of the best driving games that's ever existed.
Yeah, and it's like, if you don't know, like, just as like a little synopsis. The entirety of Driver San Francisco, like, your main character gets a superpower that allows him to instantly switch into the body of any other driver in the entirety of San Francisco. Like, it's just that idea alone is so. And when did this game come out? Because
the thing is, this
so
is
far
a useful. You have to use this feature, and it is extremely useful, because you can, while you're in a race, switch into someone that's driving a coach, and then crash into your opponents that's ahead of you, and then switch back to yourself and continue. Yeah, I still have the physical edition of the game that has not only the disc but the yellow fucking car. I have the statue from that game. It's incredible. Man. That game is phenomenal. It's so fun. And
have they added it back to anything?
I don't think so.
So you can actually buy it?
But yeah, they unlisted it a long time ago from the Ubi store.
Like, it was only a few years after it came out.
Driver San Francisco PC. The keys for this game.
So it came out in it came out in 2011. It was delisted in 2016. It only had a 5-year lifespan.
Yeah.
Due to the expiration of its vehicle and music listening agreements.
There you go. Yeah, that's your answer.
And there's no way to purchase it either.
Nope. I may have to try and snag myself a key, but the keys range from like £115 for the standard edition to like 200 for the deluxe. It's absurd.
God, that sucks. That's one of those games that, I mean, it was just so ahead of its time. And I just wish that they hadn't used real fucking cars. They should have pulled the GTA and just made their own brands.
Pretty much.
And I can't, because who makes these? Ubisoft?
Yeah, it's an Ubisoft title.
How the fuck did Ubisoft lose that? Fucking.
I have no fucking clue.
How do you fuck up that bad, Ubisoft?
I need to look at the details for this. Yeah, the Steam key on Kinguin is £880.71. The Ubisoft key is £127.78.
So, like, you can get a key from Ubisoft?
It's like from resellers and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way of doing it, because I'm sure that's how Nick Merckx had to do it as well.
Yeah.
Or is that the right fucking... No, Nick Robinson. I said Nick Merckx.
Yeah, Nick Robinson did it. It just sucks so bad. Looks so goddamn bad. I'll see if I can find a way to piracy that shit, because I want to play it again. It is such a good game. I'll happily admit
it's really good, yeah.
But yeah, last little bit of news for today. Minecraft Live happened a few days ago.
Oh yeah. We said also that we would talk about the Sony Direct or whatever it is.
Yeah, I did actually make a little segment in that video before uploading it, because I figured I might as well. It was...
Oh, so you recorded your opinions?
Yeah, it was relatively anticlimactic. It was not much.
They did, before we get into the other shit, they did God of War so fucking dirty.
For real, that controller looks so
20-year anniversary, and you give us that little piece of shit controller with a red line on it. That's it?
That's literally it.
That's it.
The speakers looked interesting, though.
I guess, but like, you don't announce anything on the next game, God of War Egypt. You don't like give us even like a
controller would have been cool. They have done good controllers so many times in the past, but a red line.
It's literally just like pretty much this controller all white with a red line right here,
and that's
to look like Kratos.
That's the entire thing,
and that's it. That's it.
It's so sad.
That's all it is.
It's so fucking bad. It's like,
and like, because I looked it up afterwards. I looked up God of War controller, and there are like 50,000 fan-made controllers that look better.
Yeah, literally. And even so, like the official ones, they've done official controllers in the past that look brilliant multiple times, over and over and over again.
There was a Doom Eternal decal that came with one version of the game that was gorgeous. It looked awesome.
Exactly.
And I don't know if it was Sony sponsored or whatnot, but I mean, like, and I really hope that was like driven by Sony and that didn't have anything to do with Santa Monica Studios, because I feel like Santa Monica Studios actually would have made something good.
I love me Santa Monica.
The only good fucking studio left.
Literally, like, they've just all been eaten and conglomerated into absolute dog shit at this point. But yeah, Santa Monica have done some incredible stuff over the years. It is insane. Let me quickly pull this up. They did... their focus is always on the God of War games, but for external development games, where they worked on stuff with another developer effectively, we have the Twisted Metal games.
I forgot that they were involved with Twisted Metal.
We have a few of the Pixel Junk games, pretty much all of the Pixel Junk games at this point. Wow, they really worked on fucking everything PlayStation at this point. Every single title that I look at, I see PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, Fat Princess, obviously the God of War games, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, more Pixel Junk games, Journey, Escape Plan, more Twisted Metal games, more Pixel Junk games like Pixel Junk Shooter 2, which is fucking goated, by the way. If you haven't played the Pixel Junk Shooter game, Pog should. They have worked on so much random stuff, and it's like, it's not even a massive list. Like, the list, both lists fit on my, like, 2 screens. If I had my screen duplicated above it, I'd be able to fit it on 2 screens. But, like, Jesus Christ. They have worked on basically everything they've worked on, Yeah, exactly. It's such good stuff. And then you have other studios that just suck ass. But yeah, Minecraft Live happened, I guess. Nautilus.
What happened with that? Because I didn't watch it, so I'll let you talk about it.
So there's going to be... Zombie horses are going to be actually spawning in survival officially now, and zombies are going to be able to ride them, which is awesome because they've been in the game for so long and completely unavailable.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, because skeleton horses can exist, but we've never really found zombie horses, but yes, they actually exist now. We also got the Nautilus, and a water creature that you can ride effectively that can have armor up to netherite, but the armor can be found in chests. So are you only going to be able to find up to diamond and be able to upgrade that with a netherite smithing template, or what? I don't fucking know. Because if you can find netherite ones in the world, then that completely fucks all of the lore, because the piglins are supposed to be the ones that had the netherite and no one else. It's a netherite ingot. So who the fuck knows? There are also these spears that are like, I'm pretty sure they can be thrown like a trident, but the point is that you can like use them to charge at people, kind of like in jousting. That's the right term, right? When few people are on the horses and going at each other, and the damage is kind of like the mace but horizontal. The more horizontal momentum you have, the more damage it does if you hit someone with it. If you're going fast, which means that you could probably send yourself supersonic at each other and do like 1 million damage in a single hit.
Could you imagine?
You can do some goofy shit of sending yourself miles.
Can you imagine the Riptide Trident flying Elytra? Where you get going at like supersonic speeds that way, and then you use the spear.
That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
So well. But yeah, and there's been a new copper update. You know, we got the copper golems. We got like other copper stuff, like copper age things. There's copper armor and copper tools now, which place themselves between leather and iron and between stone and iron respectively. But it's not really like it really does anything, quite frankly. And there's copper chains and stuff as well now. But yeah.
Ooh. That'll be fun for building. I'm a big build guy. I love building
as well. Copper torches and copper lanterns that glow green instead of orange. They don't give off a green light, unfortunately, yet. But I know that Minecraft have been toying about with the different colored torches, like officially in snapshots, especially with Minecraft's vibrant visuals on Bedrock Edition, and I've been testing a bunch of stuff out with that and trying to get different colors of things to work. So maybe, hopefully, soon, when that officially properly goes into effect, where we have like different colors of lighting, we'll be able to have green ambient lighting by the torches. But yeah, the torches themselves are green.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think that's all of the news I had for this episode. However, of course,
on to the headliner, I guess, for this episode would be this.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know how we're gonna put that as a headliner thing on the title.
I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. But yeah, so like we don't have a massive news title for this time, like we did for the last one. We had the Unearthed Arcana. However, major one for the major topic of discussion for this one, because we like our topics of discussion at this point, is what makes a game beginner friendly, and what are our picks for the top beginner friendly games, especially to people who are new to gaming, because like there are people that have accessibility issues when it comes to gaming, who like just can't sit down and play a game for 8 hours straight, or just can't properly touch a controller or whatever, or people who can only play on controller, people who can't properly use a keyboard. I mean, like, say for example, you decided to dive into some water and hit your head and turn yourself into a quadriplegic somehow and almost drown yourself. I wonder who I could be referencing here. If you happen to do that, you can't use the keyboard or controller properly. So you have to use a special kind of keyboard to be able to gently tap on stuff. I still don't know how you managed to get there, honestly. How the fuck can a man who does all of that to just play a game, has to play on keyboard, on a very sensitive keyboard, how can Quadnik manage to sit down and still manage to play Rocket League at a respectable level? Wild to me. Absolutely wild. Bro is good. I love that.
Absolute amazing game player. One of the game players of all time. But yeah, so there are a lot of situations where people won't be able to play games properly. And then there's also, like, with the intended way, you know. But then there's also people who are just new to gaming or just not good at games. Quite frankly, like, gaming is a skill that, you know, if you're not good at it, it's not something to be ashamed of. You know, we all had to fucking start somewhere. So, yeah, I mean, personally, I think that there are some games like Cult of the Lamb which are excellent starters because I've still not played it. I don't know anything about it.
I think that Cult of the Lamb is excellent because it has a very cutesy vibe that's also very, you know, it's a cult. It's very satanistic cult, you know. It draws.
Did you hear that shit?
No.
You didn't hear that back pop?
No.
Oh my god, hold on. Hold on, let's see if I can get the pop again. That was nuts. I mean, there was one. I don't know if you got that. But...
I got that one.
Oh, god damn.
I heard that one.
What the fuck? Oh, god damn.
Yeah. So, Cult of the Lamb is a very cutesy game, but it also has all those dark elements and stuff, and that's going to attract 90% of people anyway. They're going to see it and they're going to think it's cute, but also the dark stuff. It's pretty awesome. But as a roguelike, it is very easy. It is not a difficult game at all, which is perfect for if you want to just relax and have a casual game, or if you're new to gaming and you want something that's unique with every run, but you don't want to be sitting down and being like, why? The Noita is the excellent example of this is fucking difficult. Why am I here? Dark Souls. I'm not going to recommend that someone who is 8 years old play Dark Souls, but I will sit down and say, hey, look, Minecraft is a sandbox. You can do anything you want with it. Cities Skylines, you can set your difficulty on to literally anything, to even have infinite money and not be able to lose at all or do anything that's bad. And then you have games like Cult of the Lamb, which are just easy. But yeah, I know that you had your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so I kind of want to try and break this up into genres, but before I start anything here, I have to give some props. If nothing else, Rockstar knows how to make games that are easy, but have a high skill ceiling.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
For example, with Red Dead Redemption 2, you can go that whole game, no issue at all, and like all you had to do is just
literally,
and you'll kill every single person on the map, and that's all it takes. And like, Red Dead is the one I think of the most because you can play that game the easy way, where you just have Deadeye tonics all the time and you're just choking down cigarettes and just always in slow-mo, insta-locking anybody you can and just popping heads, and it's easy. Or you can play it the hard way, where you play without using Deadeye at all, which is... It's both more fun and not more fun at the same time.
That's fair. I mean, if you look at GTA, for example, if you're on controller, you have the different auto aim functionalities, and there's multiple different tiers of aim assist, and it tells you how they work, which is awesome. I mean, free aim is also going to be the best for someone like myself. But, you know, if you're new, if you just want to be able to lock onto someone by holding down the aim button because you're aiming in their general vicinity, then that also is an excellent choice if that's what you want. And again, games are all about what you want, not what other people think is right, you know? So, unless you're playing a multiplayer game with me, in which case you better fucking play it the correct way, otherwise I'm going to be very annoyed. Do not play it wrong. But again, this is the whole thing of, like, the types of people that you play with, right? And it's like, if I am playing with, like, you for example, Evan, I'm going to expect that we play the game the way that, like, we do the correct things in the optimal way. We don't step on each other's toes. We don't fuck up everything. But if I'm playing with, like, my niece or someone like that, or Wick, if I'm playing with someone like younger or newer to games in general, or who hasn't played the game before, I'm going to be much more forgiving of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to be like, why the fuck did you just do this very specific thing that only people with 500 hours are going to know not to do? And you're like, oh yeah, we probably shouldn't be doing that, because doing that jeopardizes the entire mission that we're playing.
Yeah, and that's the trap that a lot of people who aren't gamers, like, in particular, I can think of my love of my life, my lady, my girlfriend, right? She will, I will tell her, like, hey, me and the guys are going to go play skate, or hey, we're going to go play Overwatch or Minecraft, or we're going to play a game. Do you want to play with us? She'll be like, oh, I'm not that good. I'm just going to drag you down. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Literally. That's the thing. It's
like it doesn't matter. We don't play to win all the time. Like, you can come on and play with us.
If I'm sitting down and playing a comp with the boys, it's because I want my good ranks. If I'm sitting down and playing casual with the boys, it's because we're having a stupid fucking time.
Yes.
If I'm sitting,
exactly.
If for example your woman came along onto VC with us and played Overwatch with us, not even on VC, but played Overwatch with us, we'd go into casual and just fuck around and have a great time, because we don't care about winning. That's the whole thing.
Like, I tried to explain that to her, because all she ever sees me play, like, because I used to have my setup before I just moved. I used to just have my setup sitting in my living room, so she would watch me play games all the time, and all she would ever see was me playing the games that I play: Rocket League, Overwatch, Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah.
Even which, again, I said it in the previous 2 episodes. I'm going to talk about this game series every time. Even the Batman Arkham games, with how I play those.
Yeah.
Right. That's another one I'm going to go into here before long. But you're allowed to just play a game for fun too.
Yeah, that's the purpose of games.
For me,
to have fun.
Exactly. For me, fun on a game like Dragon Ball or Batman Arkham series, like Dragon Ball, most of the fun is from winning. Like, I can't sit here and say it's not, you know?
Absolutely.
And the Batman Arkham games, a lot of the fun for me comes from doing everything absolutely perfect, like Batman would do.
Yeah.
But I understand that that's not something that everybody wants to do. Some people just want to jump on and have a fun time. I want to jump on and torture myself. So
exactly, but you'll find that the self-immolation fun is the same. Again, same with me with Noita. It's like, I find the difficulty of the game fun. I find the challenge fun. I find the building of the ones and everything fun. But if someone doesn't want that challenge, they're not going to play on my fucking modified Nightmare +5, Nightmare +10 difficulty. They're not going to play like Nightmare mode full stop. They're going to probably download a few quality of life mods to make the game more reasonable for them, like being able to tinker with ones everywhere right off the bat and stuff, or a couple extra perks to start with, and play it that way, because that's how they find fun. And you can't, like, moderate how other people have fun, because at the end of the day, people have fun different to you. But yeah, no, I'm 100% with you on that. I think that a lot of people get in their own head about that kind of stuff, especially when they aren't experienced with playing games. But I think that in general, people get in their own head about fucking everything, to be fair. And really shouldn't. But yeah, I think that co-op games are probably a good point to start here, because at the end of the day, if you're new to games, you're probably being invited along by someone being like, come on, play this game with me. You'll love it, I promise. So, I mean,
who could you ever be talking about?
What are some good co-op games in your opinion for people who haven't really played any before?
I want to say, starting out, a really good co-op game. It doesn't have to be played co-op, but for how immensely huge it is and how easy it is, Baldur's Gate 3 is a prime example of how to design a game around being accessible. Because even on like the normal difficulty, that game can get pretty difficult, but the beginner difficulty, like the story-driven experience difficulty, is still so fun.
Hell yeah.
And granted, I've not ever beaten the game. I played quite a bit of it. I have, let me check my hours on it. I have almost 70 hours on the game. Like I didn't play a small amount of Baldur's Gate. I played a lot of Baldur's Gate. And it was just really fun. I enjoyed it.
I still need to get it.
Yeah. It's on sale right now.
I did just spend like $90 on Sonic Crossworlds.
Okay. God, but yeah, it's just let me so yeah. So we're talking co-op games or like online co-op?
A co-op in general.
So the other co-op games, the basic ones, It Takes Two, A Way Out. What's the one that just came out recently that kind of blew up everywhere?
I know Unraveled 2 was good, but that was fucking years old.
But there was another one along the lines of like A Way Out, I think, that was Split Fiction. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I never saw anything on that game personally. I know it absolutely blew up the world for a little bit there. It got super popular.
But yeah, no, it's not kind of a game that I spend my time in the spaces of. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I think that, yeah, there are a lot of those, like, basically those kind of duo games where you, like, are really working with each other are brilliant. I'm thinking on the sorts of ones I'd pick, I think Overcooked 2 is a brilliant introduction to gaming because it's so fucking goofy. Also, if you own the game, you can Steam, like, friend share it, like, over the internet. I forgot what they call it, but basically, you sit down and you open a lobby and you can invite people to play over the network as if you were on LAN. And you don't need to come up to you or anything like that.
You ever seen Heave Ho?
I have not, no.
I think you're able to do something similar in that game. That game is fucking hilarious.
Hell yeah. But the goofy games...
You play as a little dude. It's just a head with two arms. And your goal is to flip-flop your way across the map, and you're able to grab it with your left and right hand. And you like all it is your goal is to move across, but it's really funny.
I think that games with goofy-ass controls like I Am Bread are always going to be peak, and Surgeon Simulator, they are difficult games, but they are hilarious. But yeah, I think Overcooked 2 is one of those brilliant, very, very silly, very goofy games where you're all going to get amped up because you're trying to do it right, but it's going to be a clusterfuck, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, and like you said, with Unraveled 2, that's a game that's just genuinely fun, solo or with somebody. And it also reminds me of Snipper Clips.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Snipper Clips?
I have not.
That game is adorable. Do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
So you play as these two little, like, Nintendo Switch controller guys. And the whole goal of the game is to either, like, you have to move stuff around, but you can use yourself to cut the other person up and turn them into a basket or a ramp or a doorway or whatever you need them to be.
Different items and stuff. Yeah, I'm seeing the pictures of it. This is brilliant.
Yeah, it's me and my girlfriend played quite a bit of it together, and it was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot, but we never like beat it.
I think on the topic of co-op games, I have to say it, Pico Park is fucking comedy.
Oh my god. Pico Park reminds me a lot of Heave Ho. Yeah. That's the kind of vibes that gives me.
Yeah. There is a very, very funny video of Grian from Hermitcraft and the other hermits playing That game, I think it's actually Grian, Jimmy, Joel, and Jen. If you know who the Hermits are and you know that group of people, if you watch the Life series, for example, you'll know who those 4 people are. And it is hilarious seeing them all rage at Grian being unable to resist pressing buttons. But yeah, there's some brilliant games like that. My other 2 picks are Castle Crashers, which is available on PC.
Absolutely.
Because that game is fucking peak and comedy. And also has PvP sections. If you want to play PvP, you can. If you want to like go into the arena and fight each other. But the majority of the game is co-op, and you can level up your characters as you go and all that fun stuff. It's just a hilariously silly game with just the goofiest enemies. And then my last pick, and I hate that it's only on PlayStation and you can't get it on PC without fucking emulators. But Little Big Planet is fucking peak, especially 1 and 2. The first one will always hold a dear place in my heart, but 1 and 2...
2 was the one I grew up with.
Yeah, I grew up with 1, but also moved on to 2 and played that a lot. But it has different mini games you can play solo or with people. There are different areas of the map you can only get it to with 2, 3, or 4 people to unlock stickers and stuff. Honestly, those games are fucking goated, and I will never... If someone tells me that they disagree that Little Big Planet is goated as fuck, I will never listen to a gaming opinion of theirs ever again, because those games are incredible and there is no room for discussion about it.
There is one user-made level that I will never forget from that.
UGC was goated back in the day.
It was a recreation of one of the Shadow of the Colossus fights.
That's like sick.
In Little Big Planet. It was obviously it's a 2D platformer game, so it wasn't the same, but like
actually it's 2.5 dimensional.
Shut the fuck up. It's one of those things that you just never expected to see, and it is just really good.
I loved UGC back in the day because that's what it was called. It was called user generated content, or UGC. And for example, Infamous 2 had a trophy for like playing like 10 UGC missions or whatever. And I loved the fact that you could just create things back then. You could just stick a bomb your little Sackboy. I have a Sackboy up in my bed right now. Cute little guy. Oh, sorry. Because like the game was so fucking good. I absolutely loved Little Big Planet so fucking much. It was a brilliant game. In fact, on the PSP, I think I've mentioned this before. On the PSP, I had Little Big Planet as the disc. It stopped working properly to the point where the save functionality no longer existed. If you even like saved your game and then turned your console off, turned it back on, the save game would just not exist anymore. Because I'm pretty sure back then the save game data actually existed on disk. But yeah, so I would have to sit down. If I wanted to beat Little Big Planet for the PSP, I'd have to sit down and play through the entire thing, speedrun the entire fucking game in one single sitting, and it was the most fun shit. And I found speedrun strats. I found different ways to optimize. I found bugs that would let me skip through entire sections of different levels because I enjoyed it so much that I did that. It was so fucking fun, and I found so many cool different bugs and features of that game. It was brilliant. I love Little Big Planet so much.
Yeah, it's you reminded me talking about that for some reason. It reminded me of Scribblenauts.
Yeah.
Moving on to a different type of game, because that is a single player game, but a gorgeous one. Absolutely amazing. It's I mean, they have versions with like superheroes and shit now too.
Mm-hmm.
But like just super, super cool, really fun game, very easy for beginner level gamers. Like I know my girlfriend really likes it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame her because it's really fucking fun.
Oh yeah. I think any game in that kind of vibe, because the target audience is going to be younger people, on average, the games are going to be easier, more often than not, which makes them the perfect choice. If you can find one that you like the look of, you know, it makes it the perfect choice for no matter what age you are. If you enjoy that, if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. I still enjoy cartoons. So. And kids movies, you know, just because the target audience.
You
is
enjoy
one thing.
kids? Sorry.
Just because the target audience is one thing doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it too.
Yeah, it's like watching SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone loves SpongeBob except for my mother.
What? How do
I
you
never,
not love?
I never grew up with SpongeBob for that reason. I grew up with other cartoons and stuff because obviously your parents are gonna determine what cartoons you watch. But yeah,
Why didn't your mom like SpongeBob, bro?
I have no idea. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. But yeah, do you want to take one of the other genres real quick?
So I mean, I guess I can just jump straight into fighting games.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
There are I just want to think, because when you think of fighting games, what do you think of?
Because of you. Fight and see.
No, not outside of me. Outside of me. When you think of video games, what do you actually think of?
I think about Soul Calibur, and I think of MK, and I think of Tekken.
Yep. Yeah. Those games are hard as fuck.
Yes. The Soul Calibur games are fucking difficult, but they were so fun.
Especially Soul Calibur. Very high skill floor, very high skill ceiling.
Yes.
Right?
That barrier to entry that just hurts.
Yeah. And it's just genuinely a massive pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
To get anything to fucking function in that goddamn game. But I'm just trying to think straight, and I can't.
That's because you're thinking gay. Got him.
So, yeah, with games like Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, those games that you think of, they are, if you're playing casually, like as a party game with a couple of buddies, they're nothing crazy. But if you want to play it competitively, even the lowest of low ranks in those games have just so much knowledge, and there's no, like, the barrier to entry is so high.
And it's even true for like
games
the
like that.
campaigns for these games. Like I think about
Yeah.
Soul Calibur, the first thing that I think of is the apprentice, who literally cheats. Literally cheats. Reads your inputs and parries them because they can read your moves. Because the game is that fucking difficult.
Yeah. And god damn, yeah, that one. That's annoying as fuck. I forgot about that.
Really satisfying to win though.
Oh yeah. But there's like, I have an issue with games like Mortal Kombat in particular because of the basics system, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got 2 different punches and 2 different kicks in Mortal Kombat. And then you've got high blocking, medium blocking, and low blocking. Why the fuck is there 3 different blocking settings? Right? Looking at any and every Arc System Works fighting game instead of Neversoft. Neversoft is Mortal Kombat, Injustice, all that stuff, right? Going over to Arc System Works, who made the most recent Guilty Gear games and Dragon Ball FighterZ and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, I believe. I could be wrong about that one.
I believe that's correct.
But they've made quite a few different fighting games, and their whole block system is block and block low.
Yeah.
That's it. And the best thing is that it's not holding R2 and then pressing random buttons, and then you have to, like, because
Literally.
like, oh my god, the Mortal Kombat defense system sucks so bad, and I hate it. In Dragon Ball and all of these other Arc System Work games, you walk away from your enemy and you automatically block.
And if you want to block low, you just hold down while doing that.
And back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
left,
that simple.
right, whatever.
It is such a simple way of doing it. And for some reason, other games just don't do simple blocking systems.
Well, if Arc were Nintendo, I'd suggest that maybe they have a patent on that type of blocking system.
Oh my god, dude. No, just let people make their fracking games, dude. I swear to God.
For real. For real.
Like, oh, I'm going to pick something up here really quick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So in Mortal Kombat, in particular, just because it's like the world famous one, everybody knows what
It
the fuck
really
Mortal
is.
Kombat is.
Everyone
right?
knows the fucking music.
Yeah. So like in Mortal Kombat, the combos that you can actually do in that game are typically either very boring or ridiculously difficult. They are either 2-second combos or like 5-hit combos, or they are cheated combos where it's an infinite loop, like exploit that gets patched out, or it's just like so ungodly, unbelievably difficult to pull off that it's completely useless because it'll never happen in a real game.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
On the Dragon Ball side, you want to see how to do like a 40% combo?
Bro is mashing square and that's it.
Oh, okay. So that's a 25% combo. This one,
Close enough. Now he's mashing in triangle and that's it.
that's a 35% combo.
It's wild.
It's like there's just not stuff like that in other games, and that's what makes Dragon Ball such a low entry barrier game.
Mhm.
Is the auto combo system in this game, because that's a full combo.
Yeah.
That's 2 hits on the ground, a kick up into the air, then you follow them up into the air, you hit them 3 more times back down to the ground.
Yep.
Like that's a full complex combo in Mortal Kombat, really.
And the best part about, I think the reason why Fighter Z is brilliant in that regard is that you can take the combos and actually chain them together to create, like, if you guys haven't seen on Evan's channel, he has quite a lot of his different combos that he has done over the years. And videos of actually pulling them off in real games against real people who rage and then, shut down their entire fucking consoles.
I don't have too many of those, but the few that I do have are very funny.
Yes, exactly. But you just take the base combos and you just chain them together. It's just that simple. You just link them together in a effective way. Obviously, it takes training to figure out how to do that effectively, and it takes understanding of the core principles of the game. But it's something you build on from your baseline. You start out learning the game, and then you build on it and building it and building it. But the problem is that these other games, the barrier to entry is so high that there is nothing to build on because it doesn't exist.
Feckin' exactly. Like I'm gonna give you, this is for the viewers, right? This is not for the listeners. This is for the watchers. You listeners can go fuck yourselves.
Damn.
But the watchers, right? I'm gonna have Deado put a little clip on screen right now of a few just for Dragon Ball of like a basic combo in Dragon Ball and a basic combo in the newest Mortal Kombat game.
All right. Cutting the lag
just to compare. So this is a character-specific combo for Trunks and a character-specific combo for Baraka. And Baraka is my
Obama?
favorite MK character. No, Baraka.
Obama?
No.
Obama.
Baraka.
Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm literally recording it right now. As we're speaking. You can probably cut this out of this fucking podcast if you want to. But
it's fine.
I'm doing a basic auto combo. Now I'm doing the basic universal combo. Okay. And now Mortal Kombat.
The difference. The simple difference. But yeah, I think that games these days have too high of barrier to entry, and it's honestly the reason why I haven't played like a lot of the tactical shooters like CS and Valorant and stuff. It's because the people who play the game know too much about the game. And if you try and play competitive, for example, if I go onto Rocket League and I am Champion 3 and I play Rocket League in comp, so I'm Champion 3 Div 2, my opponent's going to be between Champion 2 Div 4 and Champion 3 Div 4. Like, that's it. I'm not going to get much more range than that. I might occasionally, or if someone parties up with someone else, I might get a bit of a lower range than that, but that's about it. But if I want to hop on Valorant and I have just started the game, I am in bronze, I hop on for a game and my opponents are a team of platinums.
Because nobody else plays it.
That too. But no, just in general, like their ranking system allows for bronzes to be matched with platinums. You are allowed, that's the thing that is just alone, and it shouldn't be. The people you want close in bracket to one another are the people in bronze, because those are the people who don't know how the game works, and you want to get them onboarded, but you can't get them onboarded when the barrier to entry is too high because the opponent knows where they are before they even do.
Yeah, it's just, I have no fun in those games, man.
No.
Like almost at all.
No, same.
The only one that I still managed out of like the tactical shooters, Valorant, CS style, that I actually managed to still have fun in is Rainbow Six, because that
Siege
game is so goofy.
Hilarious. I love Siege, and it's brilliant. I think that if I had to pick any tactical shooter for someone to start on or play full stop, it would be Siege, easily. Because CS is too sweaty, Valorant is too sweaty, and yeah, Siege is sweaty as fuck as well. But at least it has some familiar gunplay, and it still is playable for people who are new to the genre. But yeah, outside of that, did you want to move on to another genre?
Okay, so I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. I don't know what all I've talked about so far, but with Dragon Ball, the auto combo is literally as simple as just pressing square a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, Mortal Kombat 1, which is the video game, which is the Mortal Kombat I'm showing Deado, is it does have 4 Baraka at the very least in auto combo, which is just spamming circle. But there's a universal combo in Dragon Ball, a semi-universal combo. A lot of people can use it. That takes some skill to get used to, but you bring them all the way up, completely custom combo, all the way back down. Most characters have a custom finisher that is unique to them. Mm-hmm. But it's simple enough that you can just do it. No assists, no nothing crazy, and it's pretty long, and it's really fun and satisfying to pull off. It does about 45% damage, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
In Mortal Kombat, it took me so much like perfect, precise timing and an assist to do 35%.
Yeah.
Which is what the medium auto combo does in Dragon Ball, which is just mashing triangle.
That's wild, that is. I think it really is pretty fucking absurd how it doesn't need to be like that.
No, and I get it from something like Mortal Kombat because it's 1 versus 1, right? So instead of having to take out 3 full health bars, you just have to take out 1. But it's still like it feels so just it's too hard.
Yeah, needlessly convoluted.
Yeah, I don't like the way that Mortal Kombat controls. I don't mind Street Fighter as much. Street Fighter, I don't. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy it. Guilty Gear is similar. I like some of the characters in Guilty Gear, but actually playing it is difficult. And I'm really excited for Marvel Tokon, because I think that Tokon Fighting Souls is going to be another one of those games. It's like, yeah, it's hard, but the barrier of entry is going to be low.
Ceiling, yeah.
Yes.
I think that
because you look at like, I mean, I can give you video examples of this too from my day one match on Dragon Ball FighterZ compared to me and Mo playing on a casual Friday. Like, looking at a high level gameplay versus like day one mashing square and hoping it works, it is just a world of difference for Dragon Ball because of how fast the movement is.
Yeah.
But the basics of combos never change.
Yeah, pretty much. I think like it should be, every game should have that high skill ceiling, low skill floor, and low barrier to entry kind of thing. I think that Rocket League is a perfect example of this. Anyone can play Rocket League, anyone can get into it. But then you look at what the pros are doing, especially now. Like, I look at what the pros are doing now, and it is wild. I occasionally watch the RLCS match here and there, the ones that really are like worth watching and really notable. And it's always so interesting to see them do the wildest shit, have the most control, that I've ever seen. It's like this
yeah.
is stuff that freestylers couldn't even dreamed of a couple of years back.
Yeah. With Rocket League in particular, the just jump and skill is incredible for a game that's dead as fuck to me. Like there's some games that whether they're just a game that I don't play anymore, they actually died. Like Fighter Z, unfortunately, kind of got killed off.
Yeah.
By Bandai, but yeah, which that's something I'm gonna just touch on for a second here because I think it's really funny how bad of a decision it was for Bandai. Bandai had two main big Dragon Ball games, like online multiplayer games going. They had Xenoverse 2 and Fighter Z. And Fighter Z was out for less time and made more money than Xenoverse 2. It had a more consistent fan base than Xenoverse 2.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of, like, it was just better in every way. And Xenoverse 2 is a 3D arena battler, not a 2D platform fighter or 2D stage fighter, you know? So they have a 3D arena battler and they have a 2D stage fighter. Then Sparking Zero gets announced, which is the new Budokai Tenkaichi game. And it's another 3D arena battler. So they can only have two Dragon Ball games going at one time actively, so they have to kill off one of the other two games. Do they pick the arena battler or the stage fighter? They pick the stage fighter and have two 3D arena battlers.
When the other one made less money and was out for longer.
Yep.
It's stupid. Standard game companies making stupid decisions. Quite frankly,
the issue is that designing a character for Fighter Z is a lot harder than designing a character for Xenoverse. That's the baseline for it.
It's cheap.
But yeah, Fighter Z kind of got ruined a little bit with the last few updates because for a long time it was just Arc System Works making their game, balancing their characters the way they wanted to. And for the last few updates, I think Bandai had their little fingies and everything, and they're wanting to change it around and kind of they made it like every character when they're by themselves now can combo their level 1s into their level 3s, which gives Gogeta Blue has a level 5 and a level 2. So you can do the level 2 into the level 5 and insta kill somebody.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty strong. Like, TODs are cool, but TODs should be cool and not just 2 to 5 done.
TODs should be like my all 44 characters TOD video on my YouTube channel, Nave Plays Games, at Nave Plays Games.
I agree with this, man. The TODs are so cool. It's like, I don't play these fighting games, but I watch TOD, and it's just so satisfying. Watching someone's health bar go from 100 to 0 and just like a combo you can't even break out of. Even if you're just spamming square the entire time to get out of it, you just can't. It's brilliant.
Yeah, especially when they're saucy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, man, I am so tired, dude.
Yeah, you want to do a couple more genres before we wrap up, dude?
Yeah, you know, if you want to cut a lot of that because it was a lot of me rambling about random shit that's not that interesting, you can. Bottom line, if you're wanting to get into fighting games, you're going to want to start somewhere simpler. You want to start with your Dragon Ball Fighter Zs, your Skullgirls, your even if you don't want to get into stage fighters, if you're going to pick like a 3D arena battler, I'd say probably Sparking Zero, the Hinakami Chronicles, stuff like that is probably the best for that right now. I don't know too much about the Naruto Ninja Storm games. I know that I think nobody really liked the most recent one, Ultimate Ninja Storm Collection or whatever it was. That got a lot of backlash for some reason. I'm not too into it because I don't do arena fighters. But yeah, if you're wanting to get into 2D fighters, Dragon Ball is where it's at, I think, for expanding your horizons to other things because it's so simple and just gets you into the world of fighting games. And it'll probably be Marvel Tokon when that releases here soon.
Fair enough.
What is next?
I mean, outside of the fighting game genre, obviously there are plenty of genres of all sorts of different games. I think that survival games are an interesting choice because there are some survival games that are extraordinarily difficult and some of them that don't make any sense. I think that a lot of games that are like sandboxy fall into this trap. Like, for example, Don't Starve Together is a brilliant game, but if you sit down and are like, I want to play Don't Starve together with my friend, and you sit down and you start playing, you have no fucking clue what to do. You have no clue what any of the things do. You have no clue how to craft different things. And Minecraft also falls into this boat of how the fuck are you supposed to figure out what another portal is? How the fuck are you supposed to figure out how to get to the end
that's
if
actually...
you've never played Minecraft before? And at least they have now added the portals, the
ruined portals.
The ruined portals. They've added those now, years and years and years after introducing the Nether. But still, there are so many aspects of the game of games like this that you will never figure out without looking at guides online because there's no information to point you in this direction. Like, I don't expect there to be yellow painted ladders everywhere. I don't expect there to be yellow paint everywhere. Stanley Parable did that excellently. If you want to play a game and you want something chill that's funny, play the Stanley Parable. Anyone can play it.
Oh my god, what a great game. So much replayability in that game. That is like replayability the game.
Literally. There's even an ending in the Super Deluxe Edition or Ultra Deluxe, whatever they called it, Ultra Deluxe Edition dedicated to how replayable the game is. It's comedy.
Yep.
Peak fiction. But yeah.
Oh my scarf.
Meanwhile, there are so many games out there that just don't know how to do showing the player what to do, right? Like, having the freedom to do anything you want is a blessing, but at the same time can also be cursed. If you don't have a clear objective, it struggles to meet one of the criteria for games, which puts a lot of people off, myself included. I need a dedicated objective, which is why I don't play Minecraft a lot. You need to be able to showcase how to play the game and the features and how to progress through your story as well, how to progress through your gameplays, because again, Minecraft doesn't have any way of letting you know how to play and how to progress properly to complete the game effectively. It doesn't teach you this. It doesn't tell you how to do anything like this. And it's my problem. I have a lot of mods as well on Minecraft. There's a lot of them that have fall into that same trap of you have to look up a guide for everything. Like, if you're playing Greg Tech New Horizons, it's different because you're playing Greg Tech New Horizons. But if you're playing something simple, you want something simple, casual, that will tell you, okay, or at least leave the clues for you. It'll be like, okay, we need red dye. You have to go and find red dye. You have to figure out a way to get red dye, however that is.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many ways to do it.
Yeah, there's when it comes to survival games, I think that if you just want to play a game and have a good time with it, when it comes to survival games, I think it's very obvious Minecraft is just the one. You just hop on, it's a block world, you move around, you see block things, you kill block things, you eat block things.
You build block things.
And you sleep block things.
Yes.
So, like, it's very easy to just get into Minecraft and just build something for an hour and be satisfied.
Very sandbox.
But then on the other end of the spectrum, because you were talking about how with Minecraft it can be hard to figure out where to go next. I think that's true after a certain point, but when you first start the game, it kind of leads you expertly from like area to area.
Yeah, I'd agree with the starting aspect of Minecraft. It's very well done, and the achievements also. You can go off of achievements if you're playing Bedrock Edition, which most people, if they're new, are going to be playing on consoles. You can look at the trophies or achievements and be like, okay, I need to find diamonds. I need to bake a cake. I need to trade with a villager. But then it's going to tell you
the advancements in Java.
Yeah, and hidden advancements in Java as well, like how do we get here for having every single status effect applied at once.
Yep, that's one that I still don't understand how it works to this day.
You have to do a janky ass setup to do it right, because you need because like what you'd probably want to do is you want to get in the water to have dolphin's grace and to sting yourself with a fish to get poisoned, but you also need a wither rose to get withered. You also need all of the standard potion effects and like it's easier to shoot yourself with arrows and stuff. You've also, I think, you need darkness now, so you need to have be near spawning of a warden for that as well. You need all of these different effects. And again, Suspicious Stew is also helpful for that kind of stuff. But there's just so much stuff. And again, this is my point of like, these kinds of things are excellent for like having the option of doing this. This isn't something that everybody's going to do, but if you want to do this, you can. And that, I think, is a brilliant example of it. But then you have things like with just enter the nether is an achievement. How are you supposed to know even what the nether is or how to get there?
It's something that I think it's one of those games where they don't spell it out for you, which can be good depending on the game. I'm going to get into a game in a little bit that does the opposite perfectly. But with Minecraft in particular, I feel like the whole point of the game is to explore.
Yes.
As you're exploring, granted, this is nowadays. Back beforehand, I don't know what they would have done for this. But now you can just get on and travel around and you'll find a ruined nether portal eventually.
And it showcases the way to get to the nether. But again, how do you know you need to use a flint and steel to light the portal?
I mean, I guess you don't. That's a good point, but
you might a flint and steel and a flame charge might spawn in the chest, but the odds of it are not 100%. And even if they do, you see a flame charge and you're like, okay, there's lots of fire around, there's lots of lava around. Sure, it's probably just because the nether is a fiery place or whatever, if you even know what the nether is. But you don't know that you need to light the portal on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one. That one's a fair point. But
and then getting to the end as well. Like, yeah, you'll
the end is where it's
like if you have Eyes of Ender, you might like right click with one, or L2 with one, I guess, and it will go in a direction and you'll try and follow it or whatever, which is already cryptic enough as is. But the fact that like you need to kill a blaze, turn the blaze rods into blaze powder, and then kill an enderman and combine those two things on a crafting table. Yeah, it's not amazing. Meanwhile, you have Noita, which doesn't tell you fucking anything, and esoteric is the language of the game, but it's done incredibly well because Noita is a game that's designed around that whole thing. The purpose of Noita is that it's extremely cryptic, and everything that it tries to tell you, it will be its own language, that is not plain text in the slightest.
Yeah, it's with survival games, I'd still say, I think if you're wanting to play just a game, not even looking for a survival game in general, Minecraft is the one to go with. It's absolutely. You can spend years and years and years in that game without ever entering the nether, and you'd be fine.
Absolutely.
I know people who play like that.
Yeah, same.
But then on the other hand, if you get into Minecraft or you get into like these other games where you actually have to survive, Subnautica is probably the next best option.
Yeah.
And again, I think I said this in one of the previous episodes, like this whole spiel I'm about to give. But when it comes to Subnautica, I mean, you start that game and you literally just jump in the water and you're like, okay, I guess I'll grab some fish and mine some ore. And then you're like, oh, I can make this tool and I can make this tool. And it's like, oh, hey, there's a repair tool, which is cave sulfur. But then you go down into the caves. That's the first thing, right? Because when you're first doing stuff, you are on the surface. You're like, oh, I don't want to go into the caves. I want to stay away from there. It's scary in the caves. That's kind of like the whole vibe. And then it envelops into this huge, amazing, gorgeous story. One of my favorite stories in all of gaming. But it starts out as you're on a big ship. The ship crash lands
Boat.
onto the world. No, ship as in like spaceship, not boat.
Yes, space boat.
You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. Wrong.
Space boat.
But yeah, you fucking fall out of the damn space, hit the planet's entirely water. So you jump in, you start grabbing fish, doing basic shit, and then you go back into your life pod and you realize that it's damaged and you can repair it if you get a repair tool. So you look at the craft room has a repair tool. It's all normal stuff you can get pretty easily. And then it's a thing of cave sulfur. So you're like, okay, I got to go into the caves to get cave sulfur. So you go down there, you find the sulfur, you make the repair tool, you repair the radio and the ship, and then you start getting distress calls from other life pods that it crash landed hours beforehand that you're just now getting the message. And then you go and you find the abandoned life pods that they were in, work your way through everything. And you come to figure out that you're the only survivor, which isn't, I mean, that's not a spoiler. It's a single player game. There's no NPCs in it. And I don't think that's a spoiler. But you learn why it's because you've landed in the right area. You really landed in a safe area. Nobody else did. And then you meet the big boys, and yeah, I mean, it just keeps pushing you. Yeah, it keeps pushing you deeper and deeper and deeper, and you keep getting new radio transmissions, and then you find abandoned bases and like all kinds of just really cool shit. And it just forces you all the way down like 1,800 meters under the water.
Hell yeah.
All right, so I'm assuming that we can edit that together to make it make sense somehow.
Yes, we
can.
But any other genres you wanted to touch on?
So we talked about fighting, we talked about survival, talked about co-op, and then did you get into roguelikes?
I haven't properly. No, I think that there are some. I have mentioned Cult of Lamb already, which honestly is fucking goated. Genuinely, and it's available on the stuff like the Switch as well, which is brilliant. I think Risk of Rain 2 is the staple and is very, very good for being beginner friendly. It's a very simple game loop. You don't have to optimize heavily on the early game, and it's very, very fun. Lethal Company, it's a roguelike. It's friend slot, but it's a roguelike.
Yeah, I guess so. I never thought about it like that, but yeah.
Technically, it's roguelite because there's no meta progression. That's the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite, is meta progression. But yes, so it's very, very goofy, very fun, and it's co-op. And that's the thing. Is I feel like so many games like are just better with people. I think Risk of Rain 2, you can play co-op as well. The Company is a game you can play co-op. There's other games like Isaac people enjoy. I don't think that that's particularly beginner friendly, but it's a very good game either way. I know Hades is pretty beginner friendly as well. All things considered, it's not my favorite roguelike by any means, but the fact that it encourages you to die, like dying is a good thing because you can power up out of it. I think that's a pretty well done style of roguelike. Very good for if you want to get into roguelikes but have never played any before, because they can be punishing. Games like Noita are so unbelievably punishing. The amount of times I have talked about it, it is painful to play. But then you have games like Vampire Survivors, which just snowballs out of control so quickly, and it's really fun. It's like you don't have to put tons and tons of effort into the run because it's not going to be difficult. It just automatically snowballs basically for you. I think that most roguelikes are going to be pretty good picks for if you want to get into something new. But yeah, again, Cult of Lamb, goated. Always going to be my pick for if I have to recommend something to someone that is like beginner friendly.
Well, we've been talking for a lot longer than we thought we would be.
No, we have.
But I mean, that's the whole fucking point of this podcast, is that we do that all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we covered pretty much everything, and it took us a long ass time. We thought this would be like an hour-long episode.
It ended up being probably the longest one yet.
Yeah.
before editing down the breaks and stuff.
Oh yeah. Just we had more breaks in this one than I think ever so far.
Absolutely.
This will be the last episode for a while. I'm kind of ending this off, by the way. Hope you don't mind. I'm kind of out of topics. Are you out of topics?
Take it away. Yeah, pretty much. Take it.
Okay, cool. We're ending off. But this will be the last episode for a minute, because next week there will not be an episode because I will be out of town. So
sounds good. Sounds good.
So a little week gap here, and we'll come back later on. I'll be on my full shift, so I won't be so tired and kind of out of it all the time anymore, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
I'll be working overnights, so I'll have Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays off. So Wednesday, our recording day, I won't be so tired because it'll be in the middle of my off days.
Sounds good, dude. Sounds good.
Also means we can record it whenever the fuck you want to.
Absolutely.
Because I'm off all day.
And we have more time to just do our own shenanigans and stuff.
Yeah.
But that being said, thank you everyone for tuning in. As always, probably falling asleep to our voices. Our socials are above on the screen, up above our noggins. The links are also on the YouTube. You know, the normal, the middle of the screen. That's the wrong direction. The middle of the screen on YouTube. Again, you can click the button and it will take you to our channel. So feel free, check out the rest of our socials. They are linked everywhere.
And here's one of my good videos, and there's one of Deado's good videos over there.
Somewhere on me. Yes.
That way.
I will pick a couple for
over
us
there
if we can fit them on.
Yes.
But thank you for tuning on. We will see you guys in the next one in a couple of weeks.
And for everybody who is currently asleep to our voices, wake up! Okay, bye. See you later.